In the name of God, the compassionate, the merciful. This is, in fact, the third discussion on morphology, which appears on page 80 of your book. Let us see what we want to say here. Well, the topic here is morphs, allomorphs, and special cases. Well, so let us see what happens here. We said that the little parts are said to be morphemes. Okay? For example, the word something like a cat, line 3, has got two morphemes. Cat and S plural. Cat is a free morpheme, S is a bound morpheme. Cat is let's say a free morpheme, and S is a bound morpheme. What type? Is it inflection or derivation? We said it's something like, for example, plural in English, plural in Arabic. Okay? What do? We add something. Or the muthanna in Arabic, we add a. For example, kitab, kitabana. Okay, kitabana. Okay, so two books. Okay, or let's say something else. Maybe cup and cups. You see, we add s at the end. Okay, like Arabic. We call this as inflections because there's no change of meaning, no change of part of speech. Okay, now I'm gonna continue with other examples. If you actually go to line 1, 2, 3, 4, you can find the word like men. What happens here? For the word cat, we add s. Can we add s here? No. What is the singular form? It is man. The plural form, man. Irregular? Special case? Yes. Men and men are in fact special cases. Okay? So we have to have other examples as well. Let us go to line 3 at the end and look at here. Okay, sheep. What is the plural form? Here we don't add s to the end. It is countable, of course, but here this is a special case. We don't add s to the end. So we say 1 sheep, 5 sheep. 1 sheep, 5 sheep. We don't add s at the end. Okay? Now, let us see if there are other things as well here. No, not other things. So, cases like man, plural man, and sheep, no s is added here, are examples of special cases. But sometimes there are, in fact, different types of, let's say, morphemes in different situations. Let us see. If you actually go to somewhere at the end of the page and you can see something like this. Page table 6.3 and allomorphs. Let's see. There is a plural morpheme in English, which is in the form of s plural, added to words like cat, to make it cats, or added to the end of the word dog, to have it dogs, or to add it to the end of the word, let's say, bush, and the result is bushes, or churches. We see that there are three forms. Sometimes the pronunciation is s. Sometimes the pronunciation is z. And sometimes the pronunciation is z. So what does it mean? The plural morpheme has got 3 variant forms. Okay? Examples. Cat, cats. Dog, dogs. Remember, we write an S here. We pronounce as a Z here. Number 3, horse, horses, horses. Do you remember we talked about in phonetics in my other lecture? So the first one is S, the second one is Z, the third one is Z. Let us come back here. Cats, dogs, and horses. Okay? What do we say in these cases that we have something like 3, sometimes 2, sometimes 4, sometimes 5 different variant forms? We have got 3 variant forms. We call these as the morpheme. We have the morpheme plural. And this morpheme plural has got 3 variant forms. Let us call them as allomorphs. So allomorphs are variant forms of the morphemes. Okay? For plural S, we have S, Z, and Z. So there are 3 allomorphs, 3 variant forms. Okay? And we have these things like cats, dogs, and horses as the examples. Okay? So we call morphs, allomorphs, and special cases. Okay? Morphs, allomorphs, and special cases. Okay? So this is what we want to say, or what actually the book has wanted to say, has continued to say something like this, and you can see there, in fact, the description here. So in this part, we actually worked on 2 things. Number one, the first paragraph of chapter page 80, we say that words like men, plural men are special cases, are morphology. And sheep is another special case. Okay, there are some other examples that you are going to, in fact, find by yourself. The next one is something like this. Morphs, allomorphs, and morphemes. You remember the morpheme was something like plural, and it's got 3 morphs here. Because they are variant forms, we call them as allomorphs. Allomorph means 1 variant form. Okay, 1 variant form of these morphs. Or to the right, we have the morphemes. Okay, this is something that we have at this part. Well, the next discussion here appears exactly below the table 6.3. Sometimes we say that a word like sheep, the word like sheep, which is a countable noun, has got something like line 3. When we have something like the plural, we have one thing like sheep plus nothing. It shows nothing. Okay? In mathematics, you actually know that it means nothing. Null. Okay? Null. So, sheep and null. The phonetics, of course, it is written here. It is the phonetics of the word sheep. S-H-E-E-P. Okay? I suppose you call it in Arabic as na'ja. Na'ja in Fusha. And I don't know. You have to. I don't know much about it, but it is something like this. So in English, this is the case that sheep there is no s at the end of it when it is made plural. So we say that this is a case of null. Something empty is added here. Something empty is added here. Okay? So it's for number one. So let us call this something empty as a zeromorph. A zeromorph, line 1, below the table, zeromorph. So what is the zeromorph? It is the addition of nothing, like this, to the end of words like sheep. Okay? To have something like, in our description, to have something like 3. Line 3, let us see, like this. Okay? And we say that words like man, which is changed into the form of man, are in fact the result of something internal change, which appears something like on line 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let us go count it. No, line 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So a is changed to a, like the word man, which is changed to man. Man, which is changed to man. So these are the examples of special cases in English and morphs and allomorphs. Okay, now the next page talks about other languages. Because you are Arab students, and I want to share with you something that your own language has got. Maybe it is not good for you to go to, in fact, the language Kanuri, language Ghana, spoken in Uganda, and the language Ilocano and Tagalog. And instead, let us go to page. Let's see what page it is. Well, it's a surprise for you that, well, this new edition of the book has got something about Arabic in it. Okay, well, let us go to page 89. Okay, on the exercise parts of this chapter. Okay, there are exercises called L on page, exercise L on page, as I told you, 89. Let us see. It's about Arabic. We can look at how some plural nouns are formed in Arabic to illustrate non-catenative language morphology. What happens in Arabic? Arabic does not have prefixes and suffixes. Arabic does not have prefixes or suffixes. What does it do? Well, actually, it has got something like internal changes. In Arabic, they say, in fact, modern Arabic, when they discuss it in linguistics, they say it has got something like non-catenative morphology. Non is here at the end of the previous line, and catenative is here. What does it mean? In Arabic, we do not all the time add things. We do not add things to make new words. Okay? So we can say active, activist. Act is English. Active is IVE is added. Activist is IST is added still to activist. Active. Okay? The result is activist. So these are examples of catenative languages. Catenative morphology are in languages like English and Farsi. But some languages are non-catenative as Arabic. Let us see. Okay, so think about these examples adopted from Yule and Overstreet 2017 and try to choose appropriate plural forms from the list to fill the space. Let's see. Well, this is the list. أفلام, أقلام, أربعة, 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 أربعة. It is not أربعة. If it is أربعة, أربعة, it is a mistake because the one line is added to the on top of it, and it's the mistake. أطفال, أطفال. It is right. It is right. أسباب. It is right. Okay. أشجار. Okay. أشهر. أولاد. أوراق. أيادي. أيادي. أيام. Of course, it means أيام. It doesn't mean أيام. Okay. This is another mistake, I suppose it is here. Okay, well, let's look. Yet, in Arabic, becomes ayadi. Non-catenative morphology. Okay? Yawm, yawma, yawma, days. When you want to say days, it is ayam. Well, the rest of the words are in fact easy for you to have a look. Remember, when you talk about Arabic, remember you have to say it is non-catenative. It has got non-catenative morphology. This is very nice for you. So number 5, it is something like film, the film and films. It is, it is aflam. Okay, and all others. Well, let's see. ولد أولاد قلم أقلام ورقة أوراق شجرة أشجار 6 سبب أسباب صديق أصدقاء شهر أشهر طفل أطفال ربع أربعة. If I am not mistaken for the last one, I don't know, I suppose it is أربعة. Anyway, remember, English morphology has got something for you. Okay? It is something for you, as you can actually see it here. Thank you very much. I'm gonna end it just now, and I'm going to send these files to you for your further notice.